Welcome back to the neighborhood, boys and girls. Tonight we have a special guest, Keenan from South Jersey Real Producers Magazine, someone who's moving and shaking in the business right now. Keenan, welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you, Jim. Always a pleasure.
Awesome, awesome. So, tell everybody in the neighborhood a little bit about what you do and how you got into this crazy business of real estate.
Good questions, good questions. My name is Keenan Anderson. I am the owner and publisher of South Jersey Real Producers Magazine. We are a marketing and events platform that we are hyper-focused on working with the top 500 real estate agents in the South Jersey market, along with the most referred real estate professionals. We have a monthly newsletter that goes out, distributed. Shout out Rob Boonis, congratulations on our 1-year anniversary cover story. A lot of big things happening with them. So we work directly arm in arm with these top 500 real estate agents, and of course, building relationships and making connections, elevating, inspiring between the best of the best on the professional side, with the vendors like Jim, as well as these agents that we're speaking on.
And you know, we've seen through social media a lot of the events that you put on. So when you're concocting this magical event in your mind, what's the process that goes on, and what's your goal of what you're really looking to achieve when you put on some of these major events?
So with the goal, what we're trying to achieve, ultimately we're trying to curate an environment that is laid back and social. Agents like to be in relaxed environments. People want to be around people that they like, that they know, that they trust. So we rely heavily on referrals from real estate agents to businesses like yourself. So everybody we work with comes highly recommended. With that being said, it's a room full of very successful entrepreneurs. So being that the group is filled with already successful individuals, I think it allows us to naturally take down the guard a little bit.
Yeah.
Take your cape off.
Remove the egos a little bit. And
there's pressure, man. You know?
Yeah.
It's a competitive environment. It's a competitive business, naturally. And I think that's what ultimately sets the bar with these agents and professionals like yourself.
There's not a lot of times where you get all of those people in the same room. Like, you might get everybody from Keller Williams in one room, and you maybe get everybody from Berkshire in one room, but you don't get the stars from Berkshire, Keller Williams, EXP, all these other places. It's tough to get them all together.
And we cover such a large territory. South Jersey is a large area, I guess you could say. We cover Burlington, Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. So there's a ton of great agents, down from a.k.a. to Medford to Burlington, up to Columbus, and down south towards Sicklerville, Williamstown, and things like that. So we try to spread the love around. You'll see we aren't biased to any particular broker. It's cool to highlight some of the mom and pops and the boutique brokerages, as well as the stars at the top. We all know the brands, but we're here to just kind of humanize everybody in the workspace. There's a lot of business that gets done in the actual humanistic aspect of people behind the businesses, which we're trying to bring to light. So it's enjoyable to be able to tell the stories of these hungry entrepreneurs. Some have been around for 5 years, some have been around for 40 plus. So
Yeah.
you meet all walks of life. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of, anytime you can tell the story of somebody else and give them space to feel comfortable to tell their story.
Yeah.
I think it goes a long way.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so let's fast forward 2024, April.
We all still gonna be
April 21st, 2024. Where is Keenan and South Jersey Real Producers 2 years from today?
On top, baby.
Okay.
On top. How do we ensure that we sign up with great businesses like yourself, reputable? There's power in numbers.
Sure.
So the more we bring on, the bigger the events, the bigger the production, the bigger the stories. You know, things take time. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary, like I touched on. There's been a lot of work that gets put into starting your first year of business. We had COVID. We had a refi boom.
Can't really gloss over COVID. COVID's like,
Now we have a lack of inventory.
all-time pandemic. Just COVID.
It's fun though. What you saw over the last 2 years, especially, and I've almost been blessed with this, that you see people kind of evolve through the struggles, through the adversity.
Sure.
We kind of take their businesses to the next level, because they were already great, but now they just added to the artillery a little bit of what's next. What wall are we going to have to kick down next? What's the top 500 agents, being that they do about 80% plus business?
Sure.
There's a lot of room for growth from mortgage lenders, title companies, landscapers, roofers, builders.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're in real estate, these are the people you want to be in front of. And we are all fortunate, I think, to be able to be in this circle of
Yes,
excellence.
We are. Okay, so let's get a little bit into your personal life. Is there anything that you do that's like your passion, or something that you do in your spare time that like warms your heart and really is your part of your why and what you do?
I do a lot of things. Travel, life, food,
Food is
adult
good.
libations.
Yeah.
What do I do? I still bartend part-time. I own my own private bartending company.
Okay.
If you ever need a private event bartender, give me a call. I got some great staff members,
Nice.
including myself, for the right occasion, of course. But I don't think I was meant to be a bartender. I don't think I was ultimately meant to publish a magazine.
Right.
But you know, life kind of takes you to new places. You kind of go with the flow of things. So that being said, when it comes down to like events and hospitality, I think that still holds a good portion of my interest.
Okay.
It's tough to replicate the importance of an event, whether it be Christmas, Easter, Hanukkah, a 300-person wedding, an
Sure.
event 18 months after COVID. We threw our first event in, I think, October 28th at the Ramblewood Country Club. We had about 100, 150 agents come out, and you could see the enjoyment of almost like being around your peers.
Right. Right.
Which you can't.
We took it for granted.
The
You know what I
power
mean?
of a room is important, and I think we always took it for granted. I think we take a lot of things for granted,
Mm-hmm.
but that being on the forefront, you don't see your friends, your colleagues. There's a lot of good relationships amongst these people. You work hand in hand with them
Right.
on a daily basis. I know you don't get to see everybody all the time, but being able to create that room and see people naturally caring about each other, genuinely wondering what everybody's been up to.
Right. Right.
It's been a rough 2 years, man. So,
Yeah.
I still enjoy being behind a bar, getting to know people. You see, especially at a bar, you get to know people pretty well.
Yeah, you get to see the real side of people.
You have
little
celebration,
buzz, you
you
know?
have mourning, you have a rough day at work, you have success. It's it's every aspect, and I think being able to gauge that and understand people on a larger scale, it's really cool to be able to, when people are vulnerable around you or feel comfortable enough to tell their story,
Yeah.
I think you're doing something right.
Yeah. Heck yeah. All right. Last question. Any person throughout history, alive or dead, you could sit down and have an hour-long conversation with, who would it be?
Tolkien.
Tolkien?
Man. Big Lord of the Rings guy.
Okay.
Got a
All
couple of
right.
tattoos. He was a linguist.
Okay. That's such an interesting answer. That is awesome.
There's a bunch of people, but Tolkien would be it.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely Tolkien.
Awesome.
How about you?
For me,
Yeah.
so I talk about this. It's not a famous person, but when I was in high school, my best friend killed himself.
Oh.
And
Okay.
I never really understood why. You know, I think about it all the time. I mean, it's been 31 years,
Yeah.
and I actually did a video about it not too long ago. And I would love to just understand
Why?
why. You know what I mean? Because it was such a surprise.
Just gave me
And
chills, dude.
he was, yeah. I got a little goosebumps when I talked
No,
about
it's
it.
real.
But that's the truth. If I could talk to anyone, I would like 5 minutes with them just to really to find out, because it eats at me if there was anything I could have done. You know what I mean?
Right.
If there was, why didn't I see something, or was it just such a deep thing inside him that that he hid from everybody? You know,
Yeah.
like I did, you know, really beat myself up for not seeing anything, but
Really
nobody
should.
saw it. You know?
To leave you with a lifetime of wonder.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just touching on that because suicide prevention is real. Mental health is real.
Yeah.
We do implement charities into all of our events. Try to do good on a hyper local level. So, excuse me. That is something that's on the forefront. That topic especially. It's crazy you brought that up, but I was just watching the Anthony Bourdain special.
Sure.
And his friends, which are his production team, they naturally started talking about that on the back end of, could I have been there? Could I have asked one more question? Could I have done something else? Just to put your arm around somebody at certain times, and you never know what anybody's going through. So,
Yeah, man, for sure.
yeah, hell yeah, that's a good answer.
Awesome.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you very
Thanks
much
for
for
having
coming
me
by
in
the
the neighborhood.
neighborhood. Awesome.
Thank you guys.
We'll be back in 1
See
second.
everybody soon.